In the beginning, if you would ride down 13th and you would look down Wiley Street, you could see drugs, guns, and abandoned homes. It was just hell.
This was a rough area.
It was a rough neighborhood.
He's often told me about having to walk through dozens of drug dealers.
And I could see this older man standing on the street, and all of these children would run up to him.
I was like 6 or 7, and my father he just picked us up from school and took us to this house.
I had this old ragged house that I had gotten. I paid $1,000 down on it, and I had this vision of this place here.
And he said he had a dream that he was going to start this program.
I told my wife, I'm going to open up a family service center. She said, what's that? I said, well, I don't know what it is, but I know that's where I'm supposed to do my work.
And so he turned what was a dungeon of despair into a beacon of hope.
Some of the kids that was in the neighborhood came past and was like, what's this? And he's like, well, this is going to be, after school program. Hey, I want to join. I want to come in. And
turned it into the first fishing school and opened the doors to children in the community.
I was 5 years old when I started coming to the fishing school. A little girl.
I've been here since 9.
The name of the organization, the fishing school, is often the source of a bit of confusion.
The fishing school, what do they do, fish?
And I began to think about this old adage that said, if you give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, and he'll feed himself for a lifetime. I said, that's it. I'm going to open up a fishing school.
And it really has to do with that adage, but it has to do more specifically with teaching children how to fish in the rivers of the mind.
We call it fishing in the rivers of the mind.
The after-school programs are really effective and they're really needed in this country. There are over 14 million children who are unsupervised after school. The hours between 3 and 6 p.m., we're told by law enforcement, is the prime time that children often get involved in juvenile delinquent type of activities. And so it's very important, the work that we do. Also, those children who are not in after-school programs are 49% more likely to get involved in drugs and 37% more likely to become teen parents. And so even if you were simply to look at those kinds of numbers, it's very clear that an effective after-school program such as the fishing school has an opportunity to have a significant impact on the community.
One little boy said to me, Mr. Lewis, you ever did anything wrong? I said, I did everything wrong. You mean you used to do bad things? I said, sure, that's how I can recognize when you're doing it.
It was just great years of my life. Whenever kids, out there in the streets doing what they do, I stayed away from that environment because at the school I was here.
Sports, arts, just particularly getting me off the streets, really, because it was no good way in the streets.
So from 3:15 to like 7 o'clock, I was here doing my homework, got some recreation outside, and got a meal, and then went home, and then the next day you do it all over again.
The fishing school has a track record of almost 20 years of being there for the children that we serve. And we look at the whole child.
And it was people here that could help me and I could talk to about school and life and things like that. It was just overall a great program, and I feel blessed that, I had an advantage over these other kids.
Fishing school was a great way out.
It's priceless, basically. It's kind of hard to put it in words, but I really wouldn't be the same without the fishing school.
The services are very comprehensive. On any given day, you can walk into the fishing school and see a small group of students working with a lead teacher, an academic tutor, a math or reading specialist.
Lionel, he loves to learn.
I love it that they teach me new things here, and they respect me very well.
Oh my goodness, he loves the computer room. If he could live upstairs, he would.
Last year, 60% of our children improved their reading skills. Over 70% improved their math skills.
They helped me in polygons and shape, geometry and math.
And now he's straight A's, honor roll, big time.
Not only have we been able to help them improve their grades and their academic standing, but some of the other things that we are able to expose them to, the leadership development training, or the music lessons that we give them.
This is one of my favorite things.
But that's not enough for us.
It's the support group that they have.
We put in place a parent support center where we can provide workshops and training for parents to help them be more supportive of their child, to help them in some cases with fundamental parenting skills.
It's caused me to be able to do things for myself and my family. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
I try to motivate people to want to. I try to get them to the point where they can want to do it themselves. And once they want to do it, then Tom Lewis can shut his mouth up.
The fishing school more than piggybacks on academically what the schools do, because it's a much more personal approach.
Mr. Lewis's vision for the fishing school, that is making it a home-like environment for the children we serve, is one that we've retained for almost 20 years now. What we've tried to do over the last few years is continue to build on those things that he was able to at least start while he was here.
They are learning new possibilities. You hear kids say, well, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's just words. They're saying it because they know people like to hear that. They don't really believe it's going to happen. But I'm saying that it can happen.
Now I'm attending George Washington University. I'm studying pre-med, and I want to be a cardiologist.
I will be a junior at Norfolk State University.
They did well at school. They did well. They got the help that they needed here at the fishing school.
I just got accepted into the Honors College, so yeah, I'm excited about that.
The academic focus would be the one area that I would point to that we've been able to really build and grow. Now we have a very strong relationship with multiple schools where our students come to us from. We also have a partnership with the DC public school system.
The fishing school made a big difference in my life. Without the fishing school, I really don't know where I would be right now, what school I would be in.
And children go on from here to do good things. And that's what I'm looking forward to. My boys are doing great things.
One of the things that concerns me a little bit about, and that is, where are we going?
I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to carry on the work that Tom Lewis started here at the fishing school.
Everybody encourages me and tells me, you do a wonderful, fabulous job with those boys. I say, yeah, but it takes a village. It takes a village. I said, and believe me, the fishing school is a big part of that village.
Well, our job at this moment is to build on what we've started.
Because it's really making, marvelous young men and women who want to do things with their lives.
We've really created a program that is solid, that is achieving the benefits and the outcomes that we're looking for. So what we want to do now and in the future is replicate that success.
See, we don't have any real magic in here. But one thing we do have, we have love, and we care about those youngsters, and we want them to succeed.
As long as you have a dream and hope, then you can get to the next level.
My goal is to, at the very least, double the number of students that we're currently working with.
It's just that good of a program. It is just that good.
We want to increase the capacity of the fishing school, to bring in all the resources we can, to create all the partnerships we can, to do everything within our strength to make the fishing school the organization that Mr. Lewis envisioned that day almost 20 years ago.
If you give a man a fish, feed him for a day, you teach him how to fish, and you can feed himself for a lifetime.
And we've added a little bit to that by saying that if you teach a child to fish, you can change a generation.
And we're going to be fishing in the rivers of the mind.